There can be only one podcast, and may it be the Prince of the Universe. Hi, folks. I'm Matt.
And I'm Wes.
And I'm Brandon.
Oh, you came back.
I did.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question.
Go for it.
When was the last time you went beardless? You both have beards. That's what I'm asking. We talked shortly about this right before we went.
I shaved mine completely off about 2 years ago for the last time. I've trimmed it since then, but like shaved it completely
No
off.
more baby face Wes.
Yeah, it was just, I look like Gene Wilder if he gained 100 pounds in his face. Like if he became Willy Wonka, but he looked like 400 pounds in his face.
Gotcha.
I was like...
He fell into the chocolate river.
Oh my god!
And drank it all.
I mean, it looked like I was on some like heavy Winona Judd type antidepressants or something. It was pretty bad.
Okay, Brandon, your beard?
I'm about to tell you right now.
Oh, you did a Dear Diary
2006. Well, that's not true. 2006 for my wedding. My Kelly wanted me
clean shaven,
and
right.
That was a bad move, man. My face is like a kind of like a pizza dish pan, like really, really cookie sheet type thing. And then I lost a bet, and about 5 years ago, and I had to shave as well. I had to go over the ear with my sideburns, and I had a mustache
Which
only.
is no sideburns.
Yeah, like
just a hard cut.
Got it.
Yeah, like nothing, clean shave except for a mustache, and it was something. I had real fluffy hair at the time. It's a good pick.
He looked like John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, I heard Pablo Escobar. That's what most people told me.
Okay, that's interesting.
But you have a nice face. You have a good shape for shaving. Yeah.
But do you know? Do you remember when this guy used to shave at the mall back in the day? He went all swimmer shave. I mean, he shaved from top to bottom. Remember that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man.
He had the smoothest arms.
They really were.
I'd ever known. The smoothest legs.
Yep.
He shaved it all.
You really
shaved it all.
Like fresh sheets and shaved legs.
You would do that all the time, and I'm like, why?
Well, it looked cooler.
I get it.
When you put
is that the word?
When you get
is that the word?
On, when you're going to wrestling college, and,
I guess
and
so. Oh, that's true.
That's what you need to do. You got to have all that stuff knocked down.
Mm-hmm. You
Some
still do that?
Yeah, I'm here.
You do body shaves?
No.
Yeah,
Whoa.
No.
Show it.
Do you?
He said,
No,
I don't want him showing nothing.
I narrow my back now and my tush.
And we've done that for one another.
Especially the tush.
Well, no, the back.
Oh, yeah.
I gave you a little slight chemical burn because I went back for a second pass on the...
Yeah, so the if anybody cares, like Nair is a pretty delicate thing to play with.
Yeah. Like dynamite.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
And you got to be real easy. Like it's real touching. It's foreplay. You can't go in there, raw dogging.
Right.
And the last time I helped Brandon out, he wanted to reciprocate that for me and really kind of came in hot on that first rub. It looked like I'd fallen off a skateboard.
I want Ralph to just section off part of this conversation and just play it over and over on repeat.
Okay.
On his Facebook page. Ralph, you can make that happen.
And you kind of made me do it. You said, you're coming over to hang out. We're going to grill and we're going to nair and swim. And that was the part. But
it's guy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my defense, I didn't realize I was rubbing the back of a lady. His skin's not so thick. Like I'm an outdoor type, done like a lot of work.
You had the rugged skin.
My skin didn't. Yeah. I didn't even feel it. He's just carrying on. I mean, carrying on.
Well, I do put the body in Bath and Body.
You really do it. And
you
look,
do.
If I had your back, I probably would be the same way. I gave him a little extra rub accidentally, second pass, and apparently
you got to watch out for the extra rub.
I took off the outer layer of skin of some sorts. I don't. It looked like he fell in a chemical for sure.
Okay.
Chemical burn.
I was so mad.
He really was. It kind of killed the afternoon.
I tensed up like I wanted to punch him right in his face.
Did anyone take a picture of your back?
Hey, what do you think I took a picture about? It was
just red.
He was crying.
Were there red splotches?
It was a little splotchy. Nothing more than a baby sunburn. I mean, it's like, come on,
if you could have taken a picture, you could have made a 5-page post on his Facebook page about what it all meant.
Great point. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
All the splotches, all the bleach, at least.
All the emotions that go along with that.
Yeah, how I bring balance.
How you walk that razor's edge between manhood and whatever the other version is.
Maybe walk it with a waddle.
Let me ask you, Brandon, how long have you known Wes?
Well, it's from 96, mid 96, 95, 96. I mean, I remember.
Oh, longer than
I remember
me.
at Pepper. Oh man, look, this guy. Have you heard? He's a legend, man. I mean, you don't realize like who you've been sitting across from, or who you've
Okay.
had sitting across from.
Okay,
you.
so what's it? You went to high school with him?
Pep Rally West. You haven't met him?
No, I
You've never
met
heard
Pepper
about
Rally.
him?
I'm about to.
Oh wow. I believe that.
Give me an A.
Well, you can't spell West Monroe without West. Yeah. Come on. Give me
Okay.
that one.
So what was high school West like?
Real same size head, believe it or not. Maybe a little wider, a little.
I can
boxier.
believe that. I can
maybe
believe
a little
that.
boxier because his hair was certainly.
When I met-
it was harder for me to grow into my head.
dude,
Yes, it
he's
was-
just now getting there.
When I met you,
I
were
was
20,
7
right?
and 5/8 head, probably when I was 12.
When I met you were 20, right? Yeah.
Dude, his head
Yeah.
was the same. Like the kid
Okay.
on Jerry Maguire. What you
I
mean?
can see. I
Like
can see a
that.
little bit. So
That's
this
him.
was a couple of years later.
It's
16.
okay. I mean, you look great now. So that's all.
Okay.
Anyway,
good.
get on
But
with the
anyway,
story.
so yeah, what was he like?
Man, he was a lot. He was a little obnoxious. He was. I mean, look, we always.
You said do the pep rally story. Get on with
Oh.
it, rambling ass.
Okay, well, he had a jester hat, like a jester.
Oh, I
you
know.
Yeah, and he'd wear that thing. It's proud as hell about this damn thing, and he would wear every pep rally, and that was his gig, man. He'd get up, dance his big melon around, look like one of those flopping Gumby things. He has absolutely no rhythm, man. And then, no, I'm kidding. He doesn't have to have rhythm. But anyway, yeah, it was something, man. It was something. It was. I remember sitting there thinking, this freaking dude right here, man. What is wrong with this guy? I remember like looking across like super judgy. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
the first time I met you,
Oh my god.
I actually, we need to go back.
Are you gonna try to one?
I worked with you at 20. I saw you at a comic
Yeah.
convention with your girlfriend back then.
Yep,
Can't remember.
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Yep.
And you had a bunch of toys, the
Yep.
older toys. And I was
Oh.
asking, I said,
Oh.
how did you? That's a pretty fine
accumulate
collection.
these toys.
in the package too. And I have a picture. I should find it.
Oh,
but I have a picture of you holding up a toy with Stephanie.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that.
I would too.
And I will find you.
I'll have to dig through the pictures.
I can guarantee
But-
you, I can produce the picture of him at the pep rally. I put that on. I
That's
put that
done.
in blood, 100%.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. So you've known him for quite some time.
Definitely, we've been much longer than you.
Why? Okay.
No, I'm just
thank you.
kidding. I'm
No,
just
that's
saying.
you're right.
I
No,
mean,
you're
I just
right.
want to put that out there.
So,
I'm teasing,
but
yeah.
and what's it like to be Wes's friend? You just stopped at the side. You shouldn't have stopped at the side.
It's I'll say this is it's interesting. It's a I know I got the chips, man. From I'm sorry about that.
No, just tell me.
Well, so I just recall. I mean, so I'll say this: if you could seal those up for us, that'd be great. It's testing, trying. It's good. It's everything. It's all the emotions.
I think trying is a perfect term.
Yeah, and I don't mean that insulting.
No, I
that's
don't either.
that's an endearing. I mean, you know. Okay, it's over.
It's
But
honest.
Well,
It's trying, man. It can be trying, but it's the same way with me, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it isn't, you know, but not.
But y'all
not like
spend
that.
a lot of time together, and I mean, Wes is one thing that you do, and it's really good. It's a compliment. Friends that you've had in the past, you try not to let those connections die, and
Yeah.
you do
I'm
a good
loyal.
job. You do a good job of keeping those connections and keeping in touch with those people. And I mean, especially Brandon, you've been pretty close and everything.
Oh man, yeah, dude. I mean, we've had. we've been through the best of each other's times in life, and the hardest too. And then not there. Man, I got a lot of regrets on that. Regrets. I think I said that wrong.
Regrets. You got grits on it?
Regrets. I got some regrets,
Regrets.
man. Man, I just I
comes
wasn't
up
there for
public
Wes.
speaking
yeah,
again.
Right,
when you
right.
vomit the grits and then take them back down, it's regrets.
Very good. They taste better.
Okay.
Yeah. They're instant after the second time. No, man. I mean, we've been through like some highs and some very highs and some very big lows.
Yeah.
And then we've had some just dredging along type years.
Yeah. Well,
we had way many highs, I would say, than I would say lows.
from hearing Wes talk, I do think he has benefited a lot from your friendship
Wow.
over the
Well,
years.
Thank you, man.
I do think he has, and I
you.
think he would admit that too. Mm-hmm. So you have been not only a good friend to him, but also a good influence in a way too.
Well,
I think. I really do.
That's pretty cool to hear, man. I will say this though, we talked about cards, coins, and when you kind of brought me in, it was like I always looked at him like my big brother. I mean, much dopier, obviously.
Is he older than you?
Yeah, dude, look at this guy. Of course.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
You're the youngest here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just hit 44.
Yeah.
So what are?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm there. Well, how old are you?
I'm 46. I'm about to be 47.
Really?
So yeah.
You look great, man.
I'm
Thanks.
46. I'll be 47.
Yeah, I've got
You look
about
all right.
6 months,
You looking
right?
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know for the longest until
Yeah.
I don't remember when you told me that.
Man,
I
I'm
always
really
thought
young
Wes was
compared to
older
you old
because
guys.
you were the manager. I just assumed you were older than me.
Yeah, he's definitely always taller. I just remember one thing I wanted to mention. I didn't mention earlier about them short pants you used to rock with.
Yes.
How did you end up with what happened on that? They were.
Wait. What?
Oh, I know. All right.
So I had a pair of khakis.
Every pair of khakis that you had.
Are these
Every
Magna
pair-
PI khakis?
Dude, I don't know if they were like they needed 34s and all they had were 32 3/4, and that's what he went with.
They were a little short.
Dude, they were an
Little
inch and a
short-
half short.
Okay,
short
so they're like
side.
capri pants.
Kind of.
They're
There
not
you go.
not cast capris, but they were short.
Yeah.
They were over the shoe.
And we used to have a joke about, mama, my short pant.
Don't forget to wash my short pants. It maybe rain. Got my short pants.
So yeah,
Oh, my
mama,
gosh.
my short
Your
pant.
high waiters there. There you go.
Man,
Nice.
I'm sorry to get derailed on that, but
No, that's fine. No, that's what I wanted.
bro, look, he's been the same for me, man. Very influential on a lot of things. And one thing I will say is, man, I've learned a lot from you. I mean, we've had these all heart to heart mushies and stuff numerous times.
Over in there.
Yeah, over an air party. You should come by sometime.
Okay.
You look like you have nobody.
You don't even have to have an
You don't have to have
upside
body
down
hair.
pineapple in front
Yeah.
of your house.
Right.
Do you have a lot of body hair? I'm just curious.
Do you have a what?
Body hair? You have a lot. I'm covered. He
Body
is.
hair? No, I don't.
That's
No,
amazing.
I just have it in the right areas.
I don't. I use a
That's
lot of
a-
Nair, but no, I'm
No,
kidding.
you
I
do
don't.
not.
I don't. I
Oh,
don't.
man, are you
I
kidding?
just
Oh, that's great.
naturally smooth.
No, I love it, man. Like Michael Phelps.
Yeah, should have been swimmer.
You kind of have. You got the build. You get back to,
Anyway,
let me get back to my
yeah.
compliment.
So, yeah.
Get back to my
Bad
compliment.
podcast.
All right,
And
listen. easy.
Screw
You're
it
gonna
this
get-
podcast.
You're gonna get the F for
I can't
fun.
wait to
Yeah.
see the
level.
YouTube comments.
Oh, man,
Oh,
This
he's
guy
my
getting-
having a
goodness.
stroke on the
He-
podcast.
But
Here we
anyway,
go.
just
44.
give us your final thoughts, and we'll move on.
He's been very influential with me, for sure, no question. One thing, man, he's impressed on me is just like how to take care of yourself, like your internal self, your mental side of things. He taught me a lot, man. Like street stuff. I don't like street stuff, but like street wits, man. Like cards, coins was like street stuff for me, man. You learn how to just learn how to make it, you know. And that was very drawing to me. After high school, after seeing that jester junk, I still found something there that I like.
The one thing I will say, as sarcastic he is in nature and slightly mean spirited, you give some of the best customer service. You give some of the best customer service. So you actually, I mean, the wisecrack and the sarcastic cut downs, that's your personality having fun.
Right.
But in True Blue, you're the reason you do so well in the retail world is because you are. I mean, everyone says they're a people person, so it's kind of weak to say this.
Yeah.
But you understand people, and you know how to flex to their different behavior styles.
Man,
Really is an asset to you.
Well put, dude.
So here, I said it. We talked. We originally joked we were gonna be crapping on Wes for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
but
what happened?
Now we've.
I'm
totally
working an
vetoed
angle
it.
to come back again. This
Well,
is
that's
my
okay.
comeback.
That's
Uh-huh.
okay because we're gonna move on.
All right.
Because Wes wanted to talk about mall culture. Okay, and so we've talked. The last time we spoke about malls, we talked about an idea to save malls.
Right.
Okay, malls have even gone backwards since then. Since our project, just a few years later, now our mall is probably better filled than the Shreveport Mall, and Jackson, Mississippi does not have a mall anymore. Period. So I mean, and honestly, it's because malls are really only sustainable in rural areas who are still using them.
Right.
It's not like we're just doing something better. But so that was the last time we talked about it. But what about mall? Are you talking about previous mall culture? Or are you talking about mall culture now?
Well, I don't know what mall culture is now, so it would definitely be
It's
previous. What the enjoyment of that isolated, controlled environment, which I think caused it can either like make or break you to a certain degree. So I felt like that was something that like as far as like a generational thing, people will not be able to experience, is that was a fun thing to do, because it was like putting a lot of people in their late teens and early 20s in this like unique way of almost like college,
Yeah.
but you're like learning how to be an adult too.
What malls used to be was the social gathering place. Like on a Saturday, if your mom didn't take you to the mall to meet up
man.
with your friends,
Yeah.
you were gonna die because you were missing everything.
Everything.
And you know what everything was? Everything was going around, looking at all the stores, talking to some girls,
Yep.
following them, talking to them again, trying to meet with them again.
Golly, it's
It was
crazy.
also buying maybe one thing in the store that you came
Yeah,
there for, that one.
right.
But you waited till you bought that because you
Yeah.
didn't want to carry it around the whole time. So you waited to the end before you're leaving to buy it. But then you always did the food court.
Yeah.
You always got meals. You always met in those little net chairs that pinched your
Oh,
legs if
I
you were wearing
remember them,
shorts.
dude. The little carrot, the spinning little
Yep.
pear, upside pear, like teacup.
Yeah, looked
whatever
like
they
the
call
penguin
them.
had taken
Yeah,
over the
yes,
food court.
Absolutely. That's perfect.
the 1960s penguin.
Such a great example, man.
And then maybe if there was time where you had a plan, there's a movie that afternoon or that Saturday
Yeah.
morning that you were going to go see too, and maybe that's how you started off your day, was to go drop you off to see the movie and then hang out at the
Yeah,
mall,
man.
and then your mom would pick you up. You wait in the front for your mom to come. This is back before cell
Yeah,
phones
sure.
again. You had to wait, and then your mom would pick you up and you take it home. But if she couldn't take you that day to the mall for some reason, or someone they just couldn't because they were all had
Yeah.
plans, you would die because you were missing out on what? Walking around the mall all day. But that was, you
Man,
felt it
that
was
was
the
the thing.
FOMO,
Yeah.
fear of missing out is what
Absolutely.
it was.
Yeah,
for sure.
And even as the 90s progressed, and you really just, cell phones were just for rich kids. But late night, even beepers, were the thing too. You had
Dude.
beepers. But still, the thing is, though, the mall was still relevant because
Yeah.
even though the internet was dial up,
Metro call.
and
It was
you know,
way infancy.
Yeah.
it
I'm going to say
infancy.
mall culture, not just what we did as kids, but once you got into the mall, working as part of that is
Man,
more of
it's
what
just
I was
like
going to
college.
refer
Like,
to.
it gets clicky, just like real life out at school, regular school. It's like a
It was just such and you met so many people because
Yeah.
you had people that had moved from colleges working there or whatever. It was just such a melting pot, and it really, especially like your formative years. I mean, it was nothing more to me than it was like 15 years of high school after that.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
almost like I'm Wooderson, but not that cool. But I mean, that was mall life for me for.
man. We had a
Everyone
softball
was-
tournament. We had
Everyone was
softball
Randall
tournaments
from
up there.
Kirk's. I even wrangled in the mornings.
He's never seen Clerks.
Oh, really?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
geez. I always did that for Wes every day. I'd come in. I'd even we couldn't wear caps. We could.
Yeah, we could.
We could wear sports caps. But I'd turn around backwards
I wore
for Wes,
visors.
and I'd Randall in.
Yeah.
Or if I forgot, he went, cuckoo, you forget
Who's
something.
the
I was like,
douchey
hold on, I
guy?
go
The
back
guy
down.
on the visor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that guy. But no, you knew everyone
get
else.
into a wasp
But you knew when you worked in the mall, you knew
some
everyone else that
walls.
worked in the mall. And I'll be honest, I
Oh,
think
man.
we were at the top tier because we because
Dude,
of
we were
Beanie-
Party Central.
Well,
We're
because
like-
of
yeah.
because of Beanie Babies, and Beanie Babies were like trade there for anyone anywhere.
And the food court placement, you couldn't. Be in a
Yeah,
better
you were in the
spot.
food courts. You got to see
Everybody, every lunch
everybody
break,
that
every-
was.
That's another nickname you did come
Yeah.
up with. You called her Bones.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, I didn't come up with that either.
Who did that one?
I was either Fred or Ralph. I think it was
think you just-
Fred.
Okay.
Is that?
It was
I know
Misty.
that
Misty.
wore the
Misty.
tall-
she worked at
tall jeans.
She worked at Blimpies, the Subway little
Oh,
place.
I thought you were talking about the
That was
the
right
lady
next
used
to
to
us.
walk there all the time.
Uh-uh.
Oh no,
okay.
that's
No,
lady. We call
but
her
she
Jar
was-
Jar. She
But
let
she
Jar
was-
Jar Binks walking.
I remember
she was so skinny.
like,
She was
super
super
tiny, yeah.
skinny, but Wes
Blimpy, golly,
Wes
man,
would
I thought
go.
about that
Wes would go.
forever.
I'm hungry, and then he'd walk out and then turn around the corner and say, "Bones, really? Yeah. Meet me a number 3." She said, "Okay, do you want ketchup?" No, I never want ketchup or whatever it was. Do I ever ask for that? No. Okay. Okay.
Just beating them
And then it
up.
was free. It was
Yeah,
free. We
you're
weren't
right.
paying for that.
You're right.
And the same thing because when
appetizers, man. Those
when
steaks down
appetizers
there.
came over, you loved appetizers.
Bro,
you
that was
hated
so good.
Raj, who hung out.
No, I liked Raj.
You did.
Yeah.
No, Faraz was the good one.
Who was the little kid that you
I
hated?
cannot remember his. I can't remember his name.
Faraz. Anyway,
Faraz was the cool little boy.
anyway, I like
Jordy.
Was that
Jordy
his name?
was his
Because
name.
he'd come over and hang over at night, and I'd give him a stool and let him watch. I liked him. But you
Probably just
tolerated
to
him because
spite
we got
him.
free appetizers.
Dude, it's worth it.
I don't remember us getting all this.
I never
free
got
stuff.
free-
We
I
got
never
free
got- I
appetizers
didn't
for
get- man, I
kind
never
of
got free.
babysitting. Man, are you sure it wasn't fries?
Faraz was the good one. He was
That was
smart.
the good one?
Yeah.
Okay, it was the younger one that you didn't like.
He's the one that did this to Brandon McCormick and got him so angry. Like he wanted to hit this little boy.
Oh my god.
Do you remember their sister? Pega?
Wait, the hot, the
Yes,
yeah, the hot-
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember her.
You don't?
I peppered the little kid for information on his sister.
How that? Yeah.
Why can't your sister come over here and stay?
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Only thing on the menu.
man.
Anyway, but appetizers was a good place, and that was a hometown
man.
place. That wasn't a real food court thing.
Yeah.
But they did really well for the longest.
I was thinking about Corn Dog 7 the other day. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Man, that was so good. We used to. I remember we get those big nugget trays too, like from Chick-fil-A, and then we go to all the other places.
If you could get that stuff from like a mall meeting or something and get the catered food.
Oh, so
Arby's
good.
used to be in the
Arby's,
mall.
we get the 5 for 5.
Yes, the
all
5 for
time.
5, and then
cheese sticks with cheddar dip.
I told Wes, I said,
Oh,
I'm
man.
so hungry. I could do 5 beef and cheddar. He said, you couldn't do 5 beef. I said, I could. He went, you go get a bag. You eat all 5, Cuckoo. I will pay for that bag.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, the first 4 went down clean. That 5th one made me
It's
sick.
principle. It's
but
all
at
about
that
principle.
point,
Had to
it
be
was
done.
I
Yeah.
wasn't going to lose
Yeah.
$5.
No way. No
and I
way.
made myself sick, and I got the $5. But
And
I'll
you
be
got a
honest,
meal. Then you
Wes
got
was
to-
correct. I could not eat. I should not have eaten 5 because I felt sick the entire day after that.
Man,
But
that
after
was
4,
such a
I was
cool
like,
place,
I'm
man.
right there. Anyway, go on.
Well, I just the mall culture of it. To me, the mall culture is, if you look at movies, it's Waiting and Clerks. If you put those two movies together, because of the characterization of like idiot people that you deal with, but the camaraderie you have when you work with
Yeah.
a small staff of people.
You almost felt like a little community of your own, man. Like you knew
Especially
somebody
our
was
store,
work-
we
yeah.
were like
I'd say we were
we're
center
all
because we're
running
food.
buddies outside of the store.
Yeah.
It was very unique.
Yeah.
And then we all had our buddies throughout the mall.
If
that's
we
how
lived,
you'd
if we
meet
lived on the
girls.
coast, we'd be surfers. We'd hang out at surf places or something. Because
That's
the
your
kinda,
dream from watching BMX movies too much when you were
Hey,
a
man.
kid.
By the way, I happen to have Rad. Do you remember that movie, Rad?
Yes.
The bicycle racing movie.
Yes.
Yeah. I have it on VHS. Oh yeah. So if you ever want to watch,
You're the only person who's ever bragged about that.
dude, that's because they can't get
He's
the
done
other
it twice
copy.
today.
I've done it twice in less than 5 hours.
Is it
10
streaming
hours, 12
anywhere?
hours. No, it's it's on VHS original.
There you go.
But
VHS.
anyway, I just
OG.
feel like that was
Yeah.
such something that we don't talk enough about the relationships so many people became like,
You met everybody
it's
from
like
every walk of life.
college.
Yeah.
I mean, because you would see everybody slowly grow up.
Right.
Or you were like me.
you
and
watch
tried to be Peter
relationships
Pan.
happen. You watch things go on. I mean, it was really cool, man. It was like a big social experiment. Like you said, it's just like it was a blast. That's the best job, man. I wouldn't that whole place being. I worked at man over the years 4 or 5 places in there. You probably worked at triple that.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that the only movie theater for years was in the mall, so you always went there. I say the only one. There were other ones. There was the Dollar Mall, the movies
that's
that were
where I
about to
go.
live theaters.
Yeah.
We went there, but I mean, you wanted to see the newest one. You went to Cinemark.
Sure, yeah,
there
for
was
sure.
Cinema 3, which no one went to unless they wanted to get shot.
Right.
But
Cinema 3 had a great little arcade and had the best
They really did.
ambiance of any
I was
theater
going to say
here.
the lobby area felt like a classic.
Yeah.
Every,
There you go.
every
So-
Hollywood movie,
Yeah.
when they show the inside of a lobby,
That's
it
what it
looked
looks
just
like.
like Cinema 3. It
It
looked
was so good.
It really
Yes.
did.
so
have-
good.
and it
I
smelled
went
like buttered
once.
popcorn.
Yes, it did.
So
I went like
good.
once there.
Perfect. It was in the carpet walls, man.
I mean, it was almost like they used it to clean with.
it was a
butter.
nice
It's like, hey, I need to get.
But Cinemark was where it was. That's where you went and saw your
That's
movies,
great.
and
Yeah,
you know
man.
you had a tilt, which is right there. You played your arcade
Oh
games.
man, mate, you
So
know
you
what?
did-
Hey, I'm going. So you remember where Burlington was there? At
Yeah,
the
there's
mall?
a new tilt.
Yeah. So man, my daughter loves it. I mean, we go all the time. So
Oh,
it's kind of
really?
like
Okay.
stepping back in time. The same kind of games they had back then with the jewels and all that little, you know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Still rocking this day right
But
now.
it's so
today.
much daylight in there.
Yeah, it's way too bright.
Arcades back
They
then
should be
were
dark,
dark.
and dangerous.
Well,
Well,
I get what
I'm
they're
just saying
doing. I
dark,
get
yeah.
what they're doing. They're doing the lighter fanfare. They had to, but they do try because
Yeah.
they have
No, they try. I'm
they
just
have the
saying
bumper
that you
cars.
miss
They have the
Yeah.
putt putt.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. I see it empty a lot now, but
Yeah.
either
cool,
way,
though.
You got to think
they-
how much money you make off of that, and you never. The product doesn't rotate; the people do.
Right. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good
you're
one.
right.
I like that.
So
right.
you don't have to like move things. You're like, this thing is going to pay us back.
Yeah.
If everything pays us back in 2 years and it lasts 8,
Yeah, we're golden.
yeah, we're golden.
No, that's true. That's true. But I mean, mall culture was, riding the escalator for no reason, just because
Yeah.
you wanted to ride and talk. You'd walk around the mall just to talk. You're talking about this, gossiping about so and so, talking about this, and then waiting to see if you call on a payphone to see who was coming up to the mall. When you come
Oh,
in,
man.
okay, and then we'll meet you up there. Okay, we'll be, you had to time things. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll meet you in the food court at 3.
Yeah,
We'll meet
you
back
bet-
at 3.
yeah, man,
And that's
yeah.
the only way we could meet back up.
Yeah.
One of the guys that worked with us at Cards and Coins used to do a radio voice, and he would tell people to call the payphone outside the mall when certain songs would come on. And he would do it in the store, and you would have people trying to catch that phone because
No
they
way.
knew what it was.
Who did that?
Brandon McCormick.
Really?
Shut up.
Versatile.
Versatile.
Bringing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Put 'em
And
up, y'all.
the other big prank that was played in the mall was everybody knew people that worked at certain stores, and they would know when they were going to be there. So someone started this, and I want to say it started Champs,
It did. 100%.
and you would answer the phone and be like, you can take it once I do this.
Oh, no. You got it the whole way.
I'd say, thank you for calling Cards and Coins. This is Wes. And you'd hear, meow. And then once we called on, we knew what was going on. You'd say, who is this? And they go, meow. Don't call anymore. So anyway, this happened for months.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
Man,
really
they put out a
great.
memo. They put out a mall memo about
It was
stop doing
great
this.
when the phone would ring and
So
like
good.
Wayne would get it. I'm like, Cards and Coins. Who is this? Are you calling for Wes? Somebody's playing on that
Oh,
phone.
man.
Someone cat calling me again.
Oh, my gosh,
So
dude.
anyway, this went on and
It escalated.
it escalated.
Big
Kind
time.
of like me, come on woman with the pager.
That's how you look.
Somebody had enough.
People get tired of getting picked on, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
kidding. It's
So
always a hero.
part of it was there was a little tuxedo place in the mall.
I remember that, yeah.
And there was a guy that worked there, and they just inundated this guy.
It was
if he
crazy.
came in at 4 and he was there till 9, probably at about 7 o'clock until close, that phone did not stop
Yeah.
ringing.
Till you had to take it off the hook.
Yeah.
I mean, it would get to the point you had to take it off the hook.
So,
And explain it to your district manager why you can't answer the phone.
so
Account keeps calling me.
anyway, at this point, it starts getting around where this is coming from, and some of the cops go see them at Champs.
By the
They're
way,
like,
I was in Champs the day they came in. I was working in Champs.
Oh.
Because I worked for the Venator Court.
When the cops came to shut
when they
y'all
came
down.
well, then
in.
you could tell more
No,
about this than I
no,
can.
no, man. I stayed to myself out of that deal. I got way away from that.
So they came in. They're like, "Hey, who's the manager here?" And I want to say it was
Mike.
Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mike was there, and he's like, "Hey, I'm the manager. My name's Mike." He's not Mike Tyson or Dusty Rhodes, but he kind of talks like that.
Right.
And they're just like, "Hey, look, we've been getting some complaints about harassment in the mall, and particular stores are getting called numerous times a day, and we feel like it's coming from your store. Like, can you give us any insight into this?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. We're always working in the store. We try to stay busy. We're not going to be behind. We're going to be on the phones."
That's
So-
about how it went, too.
He said, "Well, look, if you don't mind, we want to talk to your employees. Do you mind if we use your back room?"
Yeah.
Bro, I instantly said, "What's up?" when they asked
And he's
me.
like, well, hang on, just let me
I'm so
talk to
sorry.
everybody about what's going on first. And so he pulled them all around. He's like, don't y'all say nothing to them. Nobody knows anything you did. Just say, don't say anything. As soon as those cops came out,
Immediately said it.
they think they took one girl back there, and she copped to every bit of
Everything.
it.
Everything.
Yes.
Well, and to come to find out, it wasn't even that really. It was the person at, I don't know if it was his mother or somebody knew someone at Monroe PD and reached out. So Monroe PD went in there as a favor
Right.
to scare them and to see what was going on. And didn't realize how rampant the whole thing was, where the girl's like, "Oh yeah, they're calling this and
They call
calling,
it-
we
yeah.
calling it."
It was
They didn't
wild.
realize it was that big of a deal.
It was like a little operation of harassment.
It
That's
was
great.
It was crazy, man. Wow,
That's great.
dude.
House
Wow.
of Cards fell.
Bro, everybody rolled instantly. I had no problem with it. We had so like the people from our company. So I worked for Venator Corporation, which at the time was Foot Locker, Champs, Lady Foot Locker, all that kind of stuff. It's all the same place. They're all this under the same umbrella. We had them come in and sit us down, HR, and we had to give. It was a big freaking deal. And I'm gonna tell you, you talk about
Why don't you
like,
sit there with your arms crossed, say, "I don't squeal like no pig"?
bro, dude, no way.
You went,
Man, I rolled instantly, man. Look,
no,
man,
you know what you should have said?
no.
You know what you should have said?
I wouldn't have.
Just talking cat the whole time.
That would have been great. You're
See,
going
that's
down.
right. When I get nervous, I talk like this. Did I call someone? I wasn't pranking them.
I didn't realize that
Oh, it was
HR
huge.
came.
Oh, it was a huge deal.
Wow.
They sat us down and we had to go through it. And I'm like, yep. Here's what, man, we all just spilled it. Because we all worked with it. We jumped around to the stores so we could jump around and work in different
I want to
malls.
say Mike and
Mike in on
Marcel.
it too?
Marcel. That's it. That's
Mike
it.
and
Yep.
Marcel
They got arrested.
for
For sure.
it.
Oh, they got walked out in cuffs. For sure. I was standing there watching that. I was putting Max on
Wow.
the shelf when that went down. I'm like,
The Great Cat Caper.
it gone.
Yep.
He got snipped.
That's great. And there you have it. That's that is mall culture in a nutshell there. You make cat calls to one another. But anyway, all right, hey, in the comments, let us know, what are your mall memories? Give us some mall memories if you have any. And
And
we'll
not just saying like, give something tangible. Like, what was the store that you liked, or who was the girl that you liked that worked at the record store?
and
Or
if
who
you
was
remember her
That's a
name.
good
who was
one.
the good-looking girl that worked at Gadzooks that taught you into some Doc Martens you had no need in buying?
Yeah.
Or
That kind of
Jinkos.
story.
The one that kept
Oh, Angela.
the one you kept going
Angela.
back
I
to
know you're
the
talking about.
Yeah, you kept going back to the food court just to talk to her. You didn't want another Sbarro pizza. You hate
Yeah.
Sbarro, but you kept going back.
It's worth the upset stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend. I'm buying for a friend now. Yeah. It gives me a whole pizza. All right. So anyway, we'll see you next time on Princes of the Universe.